Welcome back to a brand new episode of NH Unscripted. Oh, yeah, man, I am your happy to be out of bed host, Ray Dudley. Got my holiday Nehru jacket on today, sporting some Christmas colors. A bit of nice green and red, heck yeah. You know the routine. Kick back on those water beds. Make sure the heater's on. Get your lava lamps going. Fire up the incense because we are trucking on today. We are coming to you from the YMCA-like conditions of the WKXL studios in Concord. I can smell the pool chlorine all the way over here. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your transistor radios in Concord. 101.9 FM for the beautiful souls of Manchester. Our URL here is nhtalkradio.com. I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going on out there a little bit later. Maybe in the D block, if this old man can remember it. First, I need to thank my sponsor, the law offices of Shaheen and Gordon. Get out your pencils. You want to write this down, put it on your refrigerator, put it with your legal papers, because everyone should know a good lawyer. Let that sink in. Everyone should know a good lawyer. Trust me. It's kind of a life lesson there. ShaheenGordon.com is their URL. ShaheenGordon.com. 603-614-5560. I was out at their Instagram account the other day. I'm telling you, these people are crazy. Not only are they great attorneys, and I mean that sincerely. Not only are they great attorneys, but they're just social events they do. Unbelievable. Listen to this. After collecting donations in all of their New Hampshire offices for the past month, they loaded up and dropped off over 700 pounds of food to the New Hampshire Food Bank. That's crazy. Crazy. It's enough to make almost 600 meals. Hey, thank you, everybody. They were proud to help support the New Hampshire Food Bank. They're just insane. They're just great people over there. And they're constantly hiring. Always hiring. And they just keep expanding. They're all over the state. You'll find them in Concord, Dover, Manchester, Nashua, Keene, Peterborough. They even got an office out there in Hawaii. ShaheenGordon.com. That's their URL. 603-614-5560. You got a question? Leave a question. Give them a call. Shoot them an email. They'll answer. I promise they will. All right. It's that time of year. Christmas is coming. We're so excited. There are some wonderful events that take place around this country, and one of them is coming to Boston. It's called the Celtic Christmas. And we have some folks, well, we actually have Colleen McCarthy on the line. She's a cast member from the Celtic Christmas. Good morning, Colleen.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. You know, this is a fascinating thing. Well, first of all, let's talk a little bit about what's taking. This is Taste of Ireland is presenting a Celtic Christmas. Tell me how this takes place. What is it? A storyline involved in this? I've been out looking at some of the stuff, and first of all, the costume is beautiful.
The costumes are amazing.
Oh God, they're so beautiful. They're still, the colors are just gorgeous. I mean, we can get into the talent as I go on and on about costumes, but so is there a storyline throughout this?
There is a little bit of a storyline. So the show opens and we get introduced to the two main characters, which are Ava and O'Sheen. And the show follows the story of their love story throughout from when they meet. And I won't spoil it for everyone, but there is a little bit of a conflict, but then they're able to come back together at the end. So we do sort of follow their journey and their love story throughout the show.
A love story, Christmas love story, yes, on top of it?
Exactly.
Wow. Help me out here. You're a Boston native?
I'm a Boston native, yep.
Okay. So how does someone from Boston end up in A Taste of Ireland Celtic Christmas? How does that happen?
Well, my dance journey started about 23 years ago. So I started dancing when I was 4 years old. I trained at the Harney Pendrakeedy Academy, which is in Walpole, Massachusetts. And my teachers there were so amazing. So they taught us everything about just how to be a great dancer. But what I really loved about the school is that they emphasized how to be a great performer as well. So as I was growing up, I had lots of opportunities to do plenty of show dancing in and around Boston and New England. And then as I grew older, I did a lot of competitive dancing, but also just had that itch to do a lot of performing. And I was always encouraged by my teachers to do that. So when I turned 18, I started auditioning for shows, and then it just sort of blossomed from there. And I was super excited a couple of months ago to receive the opportunity to dance with A Taste of Ireland and to dance in A Celtic Christmas. Right now we're out in the Midwest, but I'm really excited to come home to Boston and be able to share this show with all my friends and family.
Wow. Going to load up the theater with all the hometown folk?
Yep, all the hometown folks are coming.
Okay. So you're out in the Midwest right now?
Yep, we are right now in Milwaukee, and we're driving to our next show, which is later today in Gainesville, Wisconsin.
Oh, we really appreciate you giving us the time. I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
So this is how many people are in the cast? Let's start there.
There are about 7 girls, 7 boys for the dancers, and then there are about 3 musicians as well that are absolutely amazing.
And what do you think? What do you think as people watch this? Is this hoping to be like a regular Christmas tradition that people are going to be, we should go every year, kind of like the Nutcracker kind of thing?
Yeah, so it's a really great mix, I think, of good Irish dancing and culture, but then also all of your Christmas classics that everyone loves. So it's really the perfect mix of the two, and it's a really great way to get everyone ready for the holiday season and excited for it.
Let me read this little blurb here that I pulled off the site. A Celtic Christmas by A Taste of Ireland is going to make a tour stop in Boston from December 2nd to the 14th. If you're interested in... that's not for me. Combining jaw-dropping dance moves with high-energy Irish tunes, heartfelt ballads, favorite carols. This thing is loaded, huh?
It's absolutely loaded. It's a very, very high-energy show. It's a little bit exhausting to dance every night, but it's so much fun.
I have the same problem. Dancing every night kills me.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't dance. That's not even close. So how have the audience has been accepting it?
They've been absolutely loving it. All the audiences out here in the Midwest have been enjoying it so much. The reaction that we get at the end of the show every night is absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity.
Well said. That's very diplomatic of you. When did you start? When was the first opening night for you guys for the whole show?
So the Christmas show actually opened in New York off Broadway at the very beginning of November. I just joined when we came back to the Midwest about a week ago.
Is it a rotating cast?
For the most part, it's the same core cast. A couple people will come in and out as the tour goes on, just for personal reasons. But for the most part, there's a core cast.
Oh, that's interesting. What role do you play?
So I'm part of the ensemble. So there's a lead male and a lead female for every show, and then there's a whole ensemble behind them, which I'm a part of.
So there's a few casts for this, right? Did I see that it's like an Australian cast and there's a U.S. cast? Is that right?
Yep. So we have one cast over here in the U.S. that did the New York shows, the Midwest shows, and then we'll do the Boston shows, and then a couple of shows in New York State and Virginia after that.
It's a heavy lift there, Colleen. Let me tell you.
There's a lot of shows, yep.
Yeah.
And then, at the same time, we have a whole second cast over in New Zealand and Australia, which are doing a bunch of shows over there until right up to Christmas.
Do you ever interact with them at all? Do you ever get to meet them, or are they just two separate worlds?
No, so the two casts will sort of mix and mingle, so it's not like this cast is always in the U.S., that cast is always in Australia. Just based on when a tour starts and stops, people will get sort of mixed around. And we'll go to Australia for a couple months and then come back to the U.S. for a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's darn cool.
Super fun.
Is there anything particular? Do you have a website that you happen to know offhand? I know it, but I just...
Yeah, it's atasteofireland.com. So that should have all the information on all of our upcoming shows here in the U.S. and the ones in Australia and New Zealand. And it has all the information for the Christmas shows that are running now up until Christmas. And then we also have a non-Christmas version of the show as well that's doing the U.S. tour starting in January. So you can get information on that show as well on the website.
Perfect. How many shows do you end up doing? Oh, hang on. You hear that music? That's telling this old man I got to take a break. You are listening to NH Unscripted. I know you're riveted to that radio. We are coming to you from the dating game-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your Sony Walkmans, 101.9 FM for those beautiful souls in Manchester. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. We're talking with Colleen McCarthy. Taste of Ireland, a Celtic Christmas. We will be right back. Back to NH Unscripted. We are just one toke over the line, sweet Jesus. That makes me your Bruin Shipley-like host, Ray Dudley, coming to you from the Petticoat Junction-like digs of the WKXL studios in Concord. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your transistor radios. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. On the line with us is Colleen McCarthy, who happens to be a Boston local, a native over here. We're talking to her about Taste of Ireland's production of A Celtic Christmas, coming up in Boston, December 2nd through the 14th. Did I see Callum's name in the list?
Yep, we do have Callum. He is over in, do you know him?
He's been on here. We talked to him.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Like old friends now.
Yeah, he's over in Australia on that cast.
What?
Right
Australia? Holy Toledo. That's pretty cool. I noticed that I was looking at some of the cast background, and it's fascinating to me, the pedigree that's going on here. These folks, your cast members, have all they're winners of all these champion dance things. Obviously, I'm not a dance person, so bear with me there, but this is fascinating. Are you familiar with a lot of the competitions that these folks went through to get to where they are?
Yes. So we all, even though we grew up all over the world, a lot of us grew up competing against each other. So we were all sort of friends and knew of each other even before we joined this tour. But yeah, there were some really amazingly talented dancers on this tour. We have people who have won the World Championships, which is the sort of epitome of Irish dancing. It's our Olympics. It's the highest honor you can get.
Yeah.
And we've had people who have won that, people who have gotten top 5, which is still an absolutely amazing achievement. And then on top of that, we have lots of dancers who are national champions for their country. So we have North American national champions, Canadian national champions, Irish national champions, Australia's national champions, and then lots of regional champions as well. So it sounds like, oh my God, we have all of these champions on our cast, and it might seem that it's like, oh, everyone wins anything. But those titles are actually extremely difficult to get, and it takes years and years of hard work and training. So we're super lucky that we have so many hardworking and talented dancers on this cast.
Yeah, that's an understatement. It's packed. This is just packed. The talent here is off the scale.
Yeah, these dancers are training 15, 20 hours a week for these competitions, and then a lot of the times people will end their competitive career and then go on to professional dancing, and then we have lots of people on the cast right now who are doing both, competing and performing at the same time. So I actually just got back from the New England Regional Championship yesterday.
You're competing and performing at the same time?
Yes. So we had our New England Regional Championships over the weekend, so I hopped over to Providence for 2 days, did that competition. I actually won, which was great, and then I'm back on tour.
Wait, you just casually dropped that out there that you won?
Yes.
wait, we're going to back up the... Holy Toledo. So, what kind of competition was that, first of all?
So it was the New England Regional Championship, and New England qualifier for the World Championship. So all the New England dancers will compete there, and then the top there's a certain percentage, I'm not sure off the top of my head what it is, but will qualify to represent New England at the World Championships, which are going to be later in April.
The World Championship of what? Is this like
Of
ballroom
Irish
dancing?
dancing.
Oh, it is. It is.
Of Irish dancing, yep.
Why? I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, yep, it's in Chicago this year, which is exciting. A lot of the times it's in Ireland or England, but in the U.S. this year.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's tremendous. Are there parts of the show that you really love? I mean, we all like to say that, when we perform, we just like the whole show. It's beautiful. But deep down inside, there are certain parts and elements that we kind of, in our heart, can't wait to see.
I think for me, it's the soft shoe numbers in the show. So for Irish dancing, there's two styles almost, and we wear different shoes. So the hard shoe is the more well-known dance style. It's when we wear the shoes that are kind of like tap shoes, and you have that nice sound coming through the shoes.
That's like the river dance thing that we're familiar with?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's another style of Irish dance called soft shoes. So we'll wear softer shoes, hence the name, and they don't make any sound, and it's more like a ballet slipper that we'll have on our shoes. For me, those numbers that we do in the soft shoes are my favorite, primarily because the music of those specific numbers is very exciting. And it also, you can be a little bit more free with the soft shoes. You can jump higher, move around a little bit more. You're not going to slip and fall with those shoes. So I have a lot of fun with those numbers. You get to use the stage a lot more, and I feel a lot more free on the stage and able to really dance my best in those numbers.
See, I said it's worth getting out of bed for. I learn something new every day.
Exactly.
I'm still looking. I'm on the website right now. I'm telling you, the costumes just blow me away. They're beautiful.
The costumes are so fun to wear.
They're so
That was part of
vibrant. Good grief.
Yeah, it was one of the main reasons why I was super excited to join this show, just because the costumes are so cute and fun to wear.
Yeah, I believe it. It looks like a hugely high energy show.
It really is, yeah.
You almost lose like 5 pounds every night. I don't get it.
And sweat. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, your heart rate will be 180, 190 at the end of those.
Yeah, I believe it.
Exhausting.
My heart races just watching the clips. It's crazy. When you said that there were, and I read that there are some traditional things in there, what type of traditional songs or music would we be familiar with?
Yeah, so there's a good mix of just traditional trad Irish music. So all the traditional fiddle tunes and everything. We have our fiddlist, Megan McGinnis, who's absolutely amazing and one of the best fiddlers I've ever heard play. And she will play all of those traditional ones that you would have heard in the pubs back in Ireland in the 1800s. But then there's also all of the traditional Christmas music that's in the show as well. So what's really, really cool about the show is that they kind of blend those traditional Christmas music with a little bit of an Irish flair. So you might be listening to a nice trad tune, and then it will kind of go right into a Christmas tune, and you won't even realize it, but we're actually dancing to like Deck the Halls or something, and it kind of sounds like a traditional Irish tune.
Wow. So as folks are, besides the fact that it looks high energy and high impact, are there moments in it that are very touching?
Yeah, so as I mentioned at the beginning, there is sort of a love story that's woven through the whole thing. So there are a lot of sort of slower, sort of more heartfelt moments to capture that love story throughout the whole thing. So there's a lot of big energy, but then you do sort of see those sort of softer, calm moments that are sprinkled throughout the show.
Is it so? It's an arc for the couple. Is that what's happening there?
Yep. So it goes all the way from when they meet, and then they get separated for a little bit, and then they come back together at the end.
My favorite kind of stories.
Yep.
Everybody finds each
other. A little
other.
bit of a Romeo and Juliet sort of situation at the beginning.
Well, that's really cool. Did I notice that there's some technical elements involved too? Is there, like, I did see a big screen in the back that helps out?
Yep, there is a screen in the back, which is really helpful for a lot of the storytelling. So we do a lot of the storytelling through the music and the dance, but then through the backgrounds and the lighting and the screen in the back sort of just helps set the scene a lot better.
How, I'd hate to ask this question, but nobody looks older than like 35 in the cast. Is it a lot of younger people? Do you have some older folks in it as well?
There's a mix. So we are, I think, probably on the younger side. I think some of the youngest cast members are about 19.
19?
Yep.
Oh, good for
So
them.
they're fresh into the professional world. I'm 27, so I'm actually sort of on the older end for the dancers. We do have a couple in their early 30s, but most somewhere in their 20s or early 30s for the full cast.
It's Go ahead.
Yeah, Irish dancing is tough on the body.
Yeah,
so,
I believe that.
You got to be young or figure out how to stay young in order to keep up with it.
Good luck with figuring that out. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's a lifelong endeavor. The musicians that are involved. You say there's a 3-piece? Did I get that right?
Yep. So we have Aaron O'Grady, who's a guitarist, Megan McGinley, who's our fiddlist, and then me, who's our singer.
Are they all on stage, or did they play off stage somewhere?
When they are playing live, they will be on the stage.
Huh. Jeez, it looks crazy. It just looks crazy. Oh, jeez. This is my old man. Hang on, Colleen. Hang on.
Okay.
This old man's just fading out here. You were listening to NH Unscripted. Yeah, I'm having a ball here. We are coming to you from deep within the bunkers of the WKXL studios in Concord. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your transistor radios, 101.9 FM for those beautiful souls of Manchester. Colleen McCarthy from Taste of Ireland's Celtic Christmas is on the line with us, giving us all the deets. That's what the kids say, I hear. Anyway, we'll be right back.
I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning.
And what was in those ships all 3 on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships all 3 on Christmas Day in the morning? Joseph, Mary, and Christ were there on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Joseph, Mary, and Christ were there on Christmas Day in the morning.
That is God, that's beautiful. Are you getting flashbacks, Colleen? Stuff?
Yeah.
Like, whoa, I go on in 5 seconds. Hang.
These Christmas songs are stuck in my head for sure. We started
Wow.
sort of mid-November, so a little bit of a jump start to the Christmas season, but yeah, they're definitely stuck in my head for sure.
Dude, that would make my adrenaline kick in so bad. Oh, my God. How long's it been? Is this a new show, or is this something that they just developed this year?
So the Christmas show's been going on for, I think, about 5 years.
Okay.
So last year they did a couple of shows around the U.S., and then this year we're sort of doing a bit more of an extended tour for the U.S. But the Christmas show and then A Taste of Ireland in general has been going on for, I think, 5 or 6 years. It started over in Australia, and then just in the last 2 to 3 years we've sort of broken over here into the U.S.
It started in Australia?
Yep. So the 2 founders, Brent Pace and Kaylee Pace, are Australians. So they started their company over there, and then they had a lot of success over in Australia and expanded over here to the U.S. And then they've also done a couple of shows on the West End in London and Ireland as well.
Wow. Does it take a lot to put this show on?
Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
At least coming from experience, the choreography is tricky. So it's not just sort of simple movements. We're doing some pretty intricate footwork that takes a lot of effort at the beginning to make sure you're learning and doing it correctly, because it's really important that everyone's doing the same thing at the same time. So just from a dancer's perspective, the sort of front end work to prepare yourself to get ready for the show was actually a little bit more difficult than I was expecting, just because the choreography is so tricky. It's really, really cool when you can master it and do it, but it is some complicated stuff. And then once you have all the dancers individually, we have to bring them together and make sure everyone's in sync and doing all the foot and the arm and the head movements all at the same time. And then from the show as a whole, we have some amazing text as well that I don't know how they do it, but they keep everything in line with the light and the sound, and making sure the set looks amazing. So there's a whole lot of things that all need to come together in order for the show to be as great as it is.
So you don't only have the screen, you have a set that's going with this?
Yes. Which sort of sets the scene of a nice sort of Christmas living room feeling. And it really kind of brings together the whole vibe and the mood of the show to make you feel nice and cozy Christmassy.
Huh. Is this taking place in a certain era or city or country?
So it takes place in Ireland, in Athenry, which is a town in Ireland. And then we do sort of make a quick hop over to New York City, and that's where the show will end.
Wait, so the story itself flips from Ireland to New York?
Yeah, so as we're following the love story of Ava and Oisin, they start in Ireland, and then people end up getting shipped off to different places. People come over to America, and then the show ends with the two of them in New York.
Wow. And that's, I can't even imagine having to build sets for that kind of thing, that travel. And, I mean, I'm just looking at what's on the screen here. It looks enormous. It just...
Yes, it's a big stage, which is great. A lot of the time for shows, especially for Irish dancing, we don't always get such a big stage to showcase everything, but the stage for McCarthy Christmas is so big and allows everyone to sort of dance full out and really showcase their best dancing.
Well, do you get any numbers that you get to do yourself, solo?
I don't have any solo numbers. A lot of the lead dancers will have their solo numbers. I just joined, so I'm part of the ensemble, but we do get sort of little bits here and there where everyone gets a couple bars of music to showcase their specialties.
So you get brought in kind of, I don't want to say in the middle.
Yep.
How do you, that must be tough. For folks who don't understand, what I'm trying to get at here is the work that it takes to integrate yourself into something that's already going up and running.
Yep.
How long did they give you to like plug in?
Not very long. So I was given videos of the show before I joined, and I needed to not only learn them, but really know them like the back of my hand. So then I arrived on a Friday. I was in the show on the Saturday.
Oh, my God.
There was a lot of work leading up to it, making sure I was really familiar. And then when I got here, all of the cast and dance captains were super amazing, making sure I felt comfortable with everything and knew where I was supposed to go. And everyone's been super helpful, making sure that I felt comfortable.
Wow. Oh, my, Colleen, that's crazy.
It was crazy. It was a crazy day, for sure.
A little nervous, a little pressure? No pressure, huh?
A little bit. But we're used to it.
Everybody getting along okay? I know a lot of times these tight groups, things can happen, but...
Yeah, no, everyone on this cast is super amazing. Even though a lot of us have had super amazing accomplishments in the competitive and performing world, nobody has a big head. Everyone's willing to help everybody make sure that the show is the best that it can be.
It's a huge statement. I mean, looking at the pedigree here, I would assume, obviously wrongly, that there'd be egos and things that might bump into each other here. That's saying a lot.
Yeah, and I think that has to do just a lot with the culture of the show and the culture of the company. I think it'd be very easy for all these accomplished people to have very big egos, but everyone stays really down to earth. And when it comes to a show, it's really about a team effort. So it's not about any one individual, but just making sure that the whole cast is able to do their best, and that's what makes the show the best it can be.
What's the most difficult part of putting this on, in your opinion?
I think it's probably the moving around from city to city. So every day we show up to a new theater, and we have to, and every stage is different. So we have to sort of rework the show a little bit every day to fit that theater the best and make sure that it looks the best on that stage. So it's just, there's no two shows are the same when you're in a different theater. So that little bit of extra work each night before we go on stage to make sure that we're showcasing our show the best way to complement the theater and the stage that we're on. That's probably the most difficult part.
I can't even, as a performer myself, I I've had several theaters where you go off stage left and you're literally outside the building. And
Yep. So, yeah, I wasn't in New York, but apparently there was no stage left in New York in that theater, so they had to do a lot of rework there. And then when we came back to the Midwest, suddenly there was a stage left, and we had to change everything back.
talk about having to be ready. Gosh.
Yep.
This cast just looks beautiful. Just beautiful. As I read through it. You mind if I just give out some names here?
Yes, go ahead.
So, and you correct me if these folks are not in the tour that you're with. I'm just reading off the screen here. But Gavin, is he in the...
Yep, Gavin Chubham's one of our lead dancers, and he's also our dance captain.
Guess you put a little pressure on him. And then Mitchell O'Hara. Yeah?
Yep, he's over in the Australian cast right now, so he's the dance captain over in Australia.
That's a shame they don't break that up so we know this. Brittany is with you?
Yep, Brittany's over here. She's one of our female leads.
Wow, man, oh man, oh man. Julia, is she with you? Julia
was in New York.
Okay.
Yep.
Excuse me, sniffle there. When this thing is up and running, how long does it, what's the total runtime, do you think?
The runtime's about 2 hours, and there's a 15-minute intermission in the middle.
And I assume, I'm maybe incorrectly, are there things that folks can buy, like, can they buy, I don't know, what do you even have anymore? MP3s? I would say CDs, but are there things that mementos, let me just leave that out there, that they can, okay. And how does that work?
Yep, so out in the lobby, out of all of our shows, we'll have a little merch. So there's T-shirts, bags, mugs, things like that. We don't have a CD of our show's music. Maybe that's something we should get. But you can.
That's an old man saying. CDs are from the 70s. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw that out there. But can they get some kind of a video form of the show?
No, you're going to have to come see it in person if you want to see it.
Oh, you dog, that was well said. Hang on a second. We got one more block to go. You listening to NH Unscripted. Yeah, kind of a Christmassy edition. We're coming to you from the spa-like conditions of the WKXL studios in Concord, where I go to get all my back rubs. 1450 AM, 103.9 FM. On your transistor radios, 101.9 FM for those beautiful souls in Manchester. Colleen McCarthy, so graciously giving us her time today, representing Taste of Ireland's Celtic Christmas, answering all my stupid questions. We will be right back.
So green, here we come a-wandering, so fairly to be seen. Here we come a-wandering, so fairly to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and a Merry Christmas too. God bless you and send you a Happy New Year. God send you a Happy New Year. We aren't just daily beggars, oh, who beg from door to door.
Man, this is
neighbors,
just
know you've seen us all before.
You know, something about not having a huge orchestra that makes it so much more intimate. Do you feel that way, Colleen, that the show is intimate?
Yeah, there's a really good interaction between the dancers, the musicians, all the performers, and the audience. So it's not like the audience is just kind of sitting there watching. We kind of bring them into the show, and there's a lot of back and forth sort of banter between all the dancers and the performers and the audience. So it's kind of an interactive show. It's going to get you singing, tapping your feet, maybe dancing yourself out in the audience. So
they actually interact with the audience?
Yep, there'll be conversations back and forth between some of the audience members and the dancers during the show.
That's pretty cool. Dang. Your Facebook page is lit, too. Oh, it's really great.
Yep. Brittany does a great job with our social media.
The costumes, I can't get past the costumes. They're just gorgeous.
They're gorgeous, and we have a different costume for every single member, so we're never on the stage in the same outfit twice.
What?
There's a lot of quick changes side stage. But yep, you'll never see us in the same outfit twice. We're not outfit repeaters over here.
Wow. Boy, hey, you put someone to work. Oh, my God. What? Could you give out a URL again for us and some dates?
Yep, it's atasteofireland.com. And we're going to be in Boston at the Calderwood Pavilion from December 2nd to December 14th. And we've got a show every day of the week besides Mondays, 2 shows on Wednesday and 2 shows on Saturday.
Oh, my God. My heart bleeds for you. Good grief. I'm not.
Yeah, my feet hurt already.
I'm not a matinee lover myself, except when I go to attend one. I never recover early enough to perform well at a matinee. Good night. The overall thrust of the show, when it opens up, is it a big opening number? Take us on a little tour of the.
Yeah, at the very beginning, we sort of get a little bit of an introduction to our 2 main characters. So the very, very opening is kind of very soft, and you're just listening to the story of how our 2 main characters, Ava and Oisin, meet, and it's sort of a very heartfelt, touching little moment. And then right after that, we go bang right into a big, fun, exciting, very lively opening number.
Is it a how do I put this? Do we buy in to all of the characters' tales, all of their backstories, kind of ish?
Yeah, I think everyone's really rooting for our 2 lovers and our 2 main characters. There's a lot of sort of side stories where nobody in the cast wants them together, but I think the audience really stands behind them and wants them together. So the audience is rooting for them. The cast, not all the time. By the end, we are. But, the audience really gets behind the 2 of them, just rooting for them.
Interesting. Is there like a Jets versus where am I going with that? Are there like 2 opposing teams involved in this, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so there's sort of, obviously, Ava and Oisin want to be together. Their families don't. There's sort of the 2 of them against their families. And then the cast sort of buys in here and tries to separate them.
They try to separate them?
We try to, and we physically do at one point, but we're not always successful.
Dang. The music itself, so you've got 3 musicians, right? Is that
Yep.
That is enough to take this whole cast? I mean, it's lively enough. I don't. Please forgive me. It just seems as though 3 pieces of instruments would not override this cast. As I see them performing, it's just wild that all of this activity is taking place at one time, and 3 pieces of equipment are trying to propel us through this thing.
Yeah, I think what's really amazing, so we have a fiddlist and a guitarist and singer, but the dancers are almost acting as the percussion. So with our shoes, we're sort of an additional musician here. So we don't really need a drummer because the dancers are the drummers. So we're the dancers, but we are part of the music, and we're making some of the music at the same time. So it adds that little element behind it.
I appreciate you saying that. I hadn't realized that. It you know what? You just take it for granted. You hear it, and you don't think about it. It does not register that it's the dance is its own percussion kind of a thing.
Yeah, and what I love about this show is that everything is live. So the music's live, and then the taps that you're hearing are live, coming straight from our shoes to your ears. So there's none of our taps are recorded, and it really brings that special live element.
Wow. So there's no tracks involved in this, or
no, not for those feet.
Wow. How much time do you spend, when you show up to a venue, how much time do you folks need to, get your feeling for the space and all of that?
Yeah, all of us, the whole cast is super amazing, and everyone's pretty quick. So maybe an hour or 2 on the stage, and we're able to kind of sort out where we need to be. And we'll do a little bit of a warm-up after that right before the show.
And how many numbers are there?
Oh, man, a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the girls are in 7 or 8, and then the boys have 7 or 8. Some of them are the same. But we're dancing a lot. I think there's more dancing than other sort of Irish dance shows. Or on the stage, you just probably have just about enough time to maybe change your shoes and change your costume, and you're right back on.
It has to be chaos backstage. I cannot imagine the traffic jams back there.
Yep, there's people zipping things up, pinning things in their hair, ripping off shoes, putting on other shoes.
Wow.
It's dark back there, so there's phones, flashlights everywhere, trying to make sure everyone's
My God.
getting those costume changes quick, and they're right back on stage, still breathing heavy from the number before most of the time.
This is better than the keto diet for losing weight.
Yep, Irish dancing is the best cardio you can do. There's no shape like Irish dance shape.
That's just fascinating. Oh, speaking of that, so what do you all have to do to kind of stay in shape? First of all, I can't believe you have much free time. But are there many of you that, like, you have to go to the gym? It's built into your psyche here to stay limber and all that?
Yep, so dancing in the show keeps us in shape ourselves. But then outside of that, a lot of us are still competing, so we'll have to kind of do our own dance training outside of the show. And then a lot of us will go to the gym as well. So myself, I will strength train maybe 2 or 3 times a week, lifting pretty heavy weights, not little 5-pound weights. Like,
oh, look at you, girl!
Hundreds of pounds. But when your muscles are strong, it takes a little bit of the pressure off of your joints and prolongs your career a lot.
It's a nice little pro tip, actually, for kids that need to. Yeah, that's very well said.
And you got to eat well as well.
I can't even imagine how that fits in.
It's hard when you're on the road.
Yeah.
You're kind of eating out a lot. Sometimes you're at theaters late and there's nothing open. But it's important that you're, first of all, eating enough to keep up with all the activity we're doing, but then trying your best not to.
My God. I'd be carbo loading all day long.
You do need your carbs for Irish dancing. You burn through them fast.
Wow. We're getting close to the end here. Can you give us the URL again and the dates that you're going to be in Boston?
Yep, it's atasteofireland.com, and we're in Boston at the Calderwood Pavilion in the South End from December 2nd to December 14th.
Man, I haven't been to Boston in a while. This is part of the Wilbur Theater. Did I get that right, too?
Yeah. So there's a whole sort of complex over at the Calderwood Pavilion. There's a couple of theaters in there, and then a lot of practice rehearsal spaces as well. It's a really nice venue. I've done some shows there previously.
That Calderwood
really
is
nice
gorgeous.
Space. Yeah.
That's that whole glass front thing. That's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Okay. Well, that Colleen McCarthy from the Taste of Ireland, the cast of their Celtic Christmas is on the line. Colleen, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck. I hope you have great audiences. I mean that sincerely. It's a beautiful
Wisconsin's
show.
been great so far.
Oh, great. You've been listening to NH Unscripted. I know you're smiling ear to ear. Yeah, because that's what happens here all the time. We're coming to you from the not so overly ostentatious digs of the WKXL studios in Concord, 1450 AM, 103.9 FM on your transistor radios, 101.9 FM for those beautiful souls in Manchester. NHTalkRadio.com is our URL. December 2nd through the 14th, get off your keister, get down to Boston and see the show, man. It is so worth it. Colleen, thank you again.
Thank you.